Hi, everybody. Nick Fasciani here from the Idaho Wildlife Federation with the Valentine's Day edition of the weekly IWF Legislative Recap, where we cover everything hunting, fishing, wildlife, habitat, and access related that made it through the legislature this past week. And this past week was kind of a doozy. So last Friday was the deadline for introducing new bills in a lot of the relevant committees that we track. So we saw a flurry of things come through. One of them was House Bill 196, which would enact a 5-year moratorium on mule deer doe hunting across much of the state. Obviously, this is legislative season setting, which we prefer to see that remain with the Fish and Game Commission and the Department of Fish and Game. So have an action alert up about that, but we're not sure if it's going to get a hearing. So still keeping an eye on it, but obviously something that we're going to oppose. Another bill, House Bill 195, relates to transplant and relocation of wildlife, sort of giving at the county commission level, allowing sort of the final determination for whether one of those translocations will be permitted down to the county commission level. There's some pretty basic problems with this bill that could go down to things as banal as pheasant stalking and trout stalking and things like that. So something that we're working on. Another bill that came through that we testified in support of this week was House Bill 82. This one makes it a little bit easier for producers whose livestock was depredated upon by wolves or grizzlies to collect depredation claims. There's a cleanup from a really good bill last year, which had depredation as part of it, also allocated the first pool of money for non-lethal deterrents for wolves and grizzlies for producers. So good cleanup bill there that we testified in favor of. Another one was Senate Bill 1013 that we supported. This one relates to trapping, sort of making it so that somebody who has not gone through trapper education formally can go with a licensed outfitter or guide and participate in trapping if they do have a valid trapper's license. So trapper education is still very, very vital for anyone who wants to trap independently. It doesn't have the same safety concerns as somebody who, as hunter education would, for example, given that firearm safety is such a central component of that. And so this is a good bill, so should encourage additional participation in trapping without raising any undue safety concerns. And then another big one that actually came through this morning was Senate Bill 1078. This would have taken the authority to hire and fire the Fish and Game Director, along with some other directors, out of the hands of the Fish and Game Commission and place that with the governor. In our view, this was counter to the Citizens Initiative of 1938 that established an independent Fish and Game Commission. Um, and so we opposed that bill, and after quite a bit of testimony in committee, that ended up being held in committee today. So all good there. Fast and furious in the legislature now, and that'll continue over coming weeks. So stay tuned. IWF will be down there every day looking at everything hunting, fishing, wildlife, habitat, access related. So follow along. Thanks.